Greetings, the Astro 30 here, and I have a new toy. I went out and bought myself a Lenovo 81MU laptop. It's a dual core running an Intel processor, which is a 6408U at 2.3 gigahertz. It's got 4 GB of RAM and a 128 GB SSD, which is kind of the norm now. Comes with Windows 10 S, so it's a little bit different to the Windows 10 Home Edition, whereas the taskbar looks a little bit different. Yeah, and so this is going to be basically an unboxing video of this. I paid $549 for it, which is probably about $50 more than I wanted to pay for. Now, I bought it from Harvey Norman, or Hardly Normal, and I tried 3 laptops, that's like including this, and the first one they didn't have in stock. The second one they couldn't find. Then when they did find it, it was actually a return. Then they wanted to try and sell me the display model. Don't want the display model, hell no. Now, the thing with this is it just comes with the base operating system. That's Windows 10, nothing else, no other software. You could pay $399 and get Office 365, Micro Trend, antivirus and all that sort of crap, as well as a few other things. I didn't see the necessity. I can always find myself my own antivirus, and Office 365 you can actually buy for about $98 base, and Harvey Norman can do it a little bit cheaper than paying for it online. Anyway, the reason why I bought this laptop was because my Acer laptop, the Aspire 3, has a real hard time editing video. You can't get a preview playback whilst you're actually editing, so it just gives you a freeze frame whilst you're trying to edit, so you can't actually preview what's going on the screen. So I'm hoping this one does a little bit better. It's only a dual core, but so is the Acer, but it uses a AMD A4, where this is an Intel processor. So I don't think that makes much of a difference, because HD video is very hard to edit. You really do need a system with a lot of snot. A quad core would have been better. Anyhow, I'm just waffling on about shit, so what we're going to do is we're going to do an unboxing video. So I'm just going to break the seal there and there, and hopefully that's the only thing I have to do. Or is it stuck to the sides? It might be sticky taped to the sides, which I think it is. Look at that. It's hard to tell. Yep, right. That's making me look like an idiot, because you have to do it that way. So first of all, there's its power supply, or charger, whatever you want to call it, typical Lenovo style. The model on this is, actually the manufacturer date on this is 2018, which is interesting. So it's only like last year. So that's not too bad. Yeah, that's not important. So let's pull out the main thing, and there's the laptop there. It comes with your standard safety and warning guide, plus a setup guide, and their Windows 10 and S mode. So it actually gives you some documentation on Windows 10 S, and you can read that if you want. So you take off the protective condoms. So that's that. And we pull out the polythene bag, and it's actually nice looking there. So open up, and that's what we got there. Get rid of that. Oops. Stay. Right, so there you go. There's the keyboard. It doesn't have an extended keyboard, so I don't use that anyway. Pretty typical. It's just your touch sensitive mousepad there. So yeah. Oh, I forgot to mention this also comes with Dolby sound, if that matters to anyone. So let me prop this up on something and turn it on and see what happens. Okay, so it's plugged in now, and I turn it on, and the thing with these is when they're new, the hard drive is blank. There's a little recovery partition on the hard drive that you can actually install your software with, or the operating system. So we just waited for it to do something. What a horrible graphic. Actually, we've already got the Windows spinny thingy. Got a bit of glare on the screen there. Let's see if I can fix that. Just a moment. So it's a 14.1 inch display. And
hi there, I'm Cortana, and I'm here to help. Okay.
Shut up. Right, I hate Cortana. Now, it's pretty much simple setup. It wants to tell me that my region's the United States, which it's not. And the only thing is, I hate these mouse pads because they're annoying, or touch pads, whatever you want to call them. So I'm just going to select my region as Australia, which I've gone past now, which is thoroughly frustrating. Where are you? Right there. Okay. Okay, so we'll see what it wants to write. Keyboard layout, US, that's fair enough. You can't really do anything else. Want to add a second keyboard layout? No. So we skip that. As I was saying before, Cortana, or Cortana, whatever the hell it's called, interrupted me, was when you buy a laptop these days, your SSD is blank. Well, that's not entirely true. The operating system is installed to a point, to the point of where you have to go through the setup steps. So in the early days of laptops, they were blank, and you came from the restore partition and you had to go through the Windows setup and copy the files over and all that crap, and it took quite a long time. So this is basically a lot easier to do. So now I have to set up an internet connection. It's asking for a Wi-Fi. I will do that off camera, and I'll flip the camera back on when I've got some more interesting stuff to shoot. So I had to skip that last step because the SSID for the Wi-Fi I wanted to connect to buggered off. So I can set that up later. So now I'm up to the Windows 10 license agreement. I never read the damn things, what's the point? So what is the name you want to use? Okay, so I'll just confirm my new password. The thing is, if you're not connected to the Wi-Fi, it makes it easier setting up a local account, because otherwise, if you're connected to the Wi-Fi, it'll try to enforce you using an email address to log into your computer, which is okay, but I prefer local accounts. So, create security questions for this account. Okay, so I've done that bit now. Cortana wants to have permission to use the info I need to do my best work. I don't like Cortana, so I usually just decline that step. Do more across devices if you want type. I missed that. Very touch sensitive. So online speech recognition, find my devices, inking and typing location. Half this stuff you don't really need. Send all basic diagnostic data along with info about the websites you browse and how you error reporting. Basic. I don't need online speech recognition. Tailored experience. Let's let Microsoft. Stupid thing. Let Microsoft offer you tailored experience based on your diagnostic data. No, who cares? Inking and typing. No. Advertising. App ID. So that can go off. So we can go accept now. Okay. Add this device to your local. Skip that. Protect your device. Add this device. I'll take that off. No, it was already off. Sign up to receive email. Exclusive offers. Lenovo. Help Lenovo improve. Nope. Almost done. We just need to get a few more things polished up for you, and Windows will be all yours. Looking forward to helping out. Thanks, Cortana. Well, we have a desktop, and the default picture that they have there is kind of sucky. So it's not that much difference to Windows 10 Home. I've got to try and remember how you turn this off. Go to Cortana and hide the bitch. There we go, she's gone. Okay, so I'm just looking at the task manager at the current operating conditions of the computer, and compared to my other laptop, this is running at 0 CPU percent, which is what it should be running at, and about 43% of the memory, which is fine. My Acer runs around about 50% all the time. And the other good thing about this particular laptop is it doesn't have a fan in it, not that I'm aware of, so it's not noisy. So that's pretty good. So what I have to do now is I'm going to have to install Adobe CS4 as well as a codec pack, change this stupid background picture, and see how we go for editing there. So this won't really be, well, I suppose that's better than what that stupid thing is. So yeah, that's much more acceptable for now. I can always change that later. So let me set up that. I wonder if I've got my SSID back that I want to connect to. Yeah, I do. So I'll sort that out, and I'll flip the camera back on when we've got something more to share. I actually got the password correct. That's always handy. But it seems to be a bit laggy at opening Google, which is interesting. Anyway, it is connected to the internet, but I don't like Microsoft Edge. I've never liked Windows Internet Explorer ever. Now it works. The certificate was obviously out of date. Yeah. But it seems to be connecting to Google now, so that's the main thing. And yeah, and first result comes up is speed test by Ookla, the global broadband speed test. Right, well, I'm having trouble installing Google Chrome because of this stupid S mode thing. It only allows Microsoft verified apps from the store, which is not what I want. I want to be able to install anything on my PC that I paid for without having to deal with this shit. So I'm going to not do that, but I'm going to attempt to switch it out of S mode, but the thing is, once you do it, you can't go back. So once you do this, that's it, you're committed. You'd have to basically restore from recovery. So that's what I'm going to do, and now it looks like I'm getting somewhere, finally. There we go. Now it's going to install Google Chrome. So the only qualm I have about Windows S is the fact that it won't even let you install Google Chrome if you want to use it. Probably various other sorts of programs that aren't available through the Microsoft App Store. So they're actually forcing you to use their own software, which is going to be severely annoying. So I'm going to let that download and install, and I'm going to also let the machine do its other stuff in the background, because it's actually setting up other stuff over here. Well, it's actually finished. It's installed the graphics control panel, Dolby Audio, and the Realtek audio control. So far so good, except I had to turn S mode off, so now I'm in basic S. But anyway, okay, moment of truth. Will this thing preview whilst editing? What would if it would play at all? Well, that's kind of depressing. Fuck. Okay, it is playing, but oh, it's playing all right now, but there's no audio. So I'm not sure what's going on with that. So that's awfully odd. All I did was close the program and reopen it again, and then it crashed anyway. So I'm not sure why I'm not getting any audio output. I should be. Okay, so I'm going to have to research this problem. Okay, so I let the machine finish installing Avast. I was wrong. It does actually come with McAfee security with it, but I got rid of that because I don't like McAfee, whatever. And I rebooted the machine, and is it? No, I don't think it is. I now have sound. So yes, this does actually play back video properly, so you can preview it whilst editing. And I now have sound. But of course, obviously, it's the ground plane by the looks of things. It is going to stutter like that a bit for a while, but it is working. I'm not sure what that is. Okay, so this is thoroughly confusing. Anyway, this is a video that no one's seen yet, but yeah, so I'm happy with this machine. It's worth the money. Am I happy with Windows S mode? No, I think it's crap. What does the S stand for? Shit. Anyhow, so that's the unboxing and setting up of this Lenovo IdeaPad S145, which is what it's called. So yeah, I'm the Astro30. If you enjoyed this video, please remember to rate, comment and subscribe below, and you can always follow me on Facebook and Twitter. The link's in the description as usual. Anyway, this is the Astro30 saying, see ya, have a great day.